It's 1,858 miles from Dallas to Bermuda. But that's just a drop in the bucket compared to how far Goslings Spirited Seas rum travels before it even makes into a bottle. As a kid, I reveled in the mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle. Tales of ghost ships, extraterrestrial sightings, planes disappearing forever. Why would anyone risk all that just to visit some island in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean? In my case, rum. Delicious Bermudian rum. I've made a career serving up drinks for behind the bar. Now I'm on a mission across the country and the world to serve up the stories behind the spirits themselves. I'm Tommy the Bartender, and this is Story of the Spirit. I'm on this mysterious island to learn about a secret of my own, starting out by meeting a new friend at an iconic cocktail bar. But first, you know I gotta grab me some indigenous garb.
Good afternoon.
What's up, my friend?
Welcome to the Swizzle Inn.
Thank you, sir. I traveled a long way from Dallas to Bermuda just to ask you one question, man.
What is that?
What do you think about my Bermuda shorts? I tried to fit in.
Well, you got the knee socks on, so that's part of the outfit, right? Yeah, I'll give you a 7 out of 10, you know? So the Bermuda shorts are all about the British Navy. It was too warm to wear slacks here, so they cut the slacks just above the knee, and then the knee socks to make it look formal. But it's really about the blazer if you want to have the traditional look.
Okay.
You gotta bring the blazer next time.
Next time. The British Navy may have been the first to populate the island, but the Gosling family and their now world-famous black sill rum wasn't far behind.
The Goslings arrived in Bermuda in 1806 and have not looked back. It's still completely family-owned and operated business, which is rare because normally, it takes one generation to make it, one to save it, and one to mess it right up. So the Goslings Black Seal Rum is the flagship expression for the Gosling family, and that's what put Bermuda on the map all around the world. It's all we make here, rum and babies. Everything else comes in shipping containers.
To be fair, they make a mean cocktail here too. The Goslings trademarked Dark and Stormy is a classic around the world. Another classic?
There's a little Bermuda rum swizzle for you.
I love it. It's the namesake cocktail of the Swizzle Inn, and they take their swizzle as seriously. That is good stuff.
It's delicious.
This is the closest I can come to showing you how they make it.
Every bartender has their own secret recipe, but I can assure you it always contains lots of Goslings rum and a little bit of juice.
I've noticed that everything contains a lot of Goslings rum. Even the fish chowder is made and served with Goslings. They've definitely made their mark around here. What I'm really here to learn about, though, is Gosling's newest expression, Spirited Seas, inspired by the same folks who first called Bermuda home.
When they were shipping rum from the West Indies to the Docklands in London, the British Navy discovered that it had significantly improved by the time it got to England. From the time it was spending in the barrel, the movement in the barrel, they call that dynamic aging. So we've actually been aging rum on the ocean. The Spirited Seas was the result.
I've got more to see and hear before I taste it. But before I head to my next stop, let me leave a little mark of my own. Bermuda is only 2 miles wide at its widest point, but it's nearly 25 miles long, and visitors aren't allowed to rent cars. Luckily, there are plenty of taxis. But none as cool as mine, because this guy's been driving longer than anybody on the island.
I enjoy driving taxi. I meet a lot of people. I've been driving since 1952, when Princess Elizabeth became Queen of England.
The island, and especially the bustling seaside town of Hamilton, has changed a lot since Archie was born here in 1931.
When I was a boy, we had no blacktop roads. We had dirt roads, horse-drawn vehicles.
Since the 70s, much of that change has been made possible by a cargo ship known as the Oleander.
Oh, that's a lifeline to Bermuda. 90% of our consumption is brought in by the Oleander.
The Oleander travels back and forth between New Jersey and Bermuda once a week, year-round. The containers on board are how all the island's essentials get delivered. And in one of them, 60 barrels of Spirited Seas has been along for the ride. Some of that sailing is nice and smooth. Some, not so much.
No, the weather is always very calm, yes. Always like on the lake.
This guy has spent over 15 years dodging hurricanes during the summer and riding out the choppy seas in the winter as one of the Oleander's rotating captains.
The vessel is rolling and pitching heavily because of the heavy waves, yes. The air temperature on the short distance is changing very significantly. So sometimes in 24 hours you can notice that the changing of the temperature by 40 Celsius degrees, which is huge in one day for sure.
I think it's safe to say these containers have been on some adventures. And Goslings Spirited Seas has spent 80 round trips aboard the Oleander, a total of over 120,000 miles. The question is, why? To find out, let's head inland to Goslings HQ, where Malcolm Gosling Jr. offered me a job and a lesson in agitation.
And I don't mean getting on people's nerves. I mean like actual agitation, having the spirit roll around in the barrel for a specific purpose, specific cause.
That's what we do every week here for a lot of our aged products. And it's because we always want the liquid to be in constant contact with the barrel, extracting everything that barrel has to offer.
And when it comes to Spirited Seas, the Oleander's about as agitating as it gets.
So when you put it on that boat, we don't need a barrel roller. The boat's doing that itself, right? And it's interacting with the sea salt air and the changing of temperatures. When it's in colder climates, it's gonna contract the liquid. And when it gets into a warmer climate, it's gonna expand. You're really getting everything that you can out of those barrels.
Dude, the Oleander is like the gift that keeps on giving.
It really is.
But it's a gift this barrel didn't receive.
There's no real pleasant way to do it, but
Yeah, third time. Okay, all right.
It's a control barrel, and it aged back at HQ instead of taking a ride on the Oleander. But it's the same 8-year rum, blended by Goslings, and is brought to the same carefully selected 88 proof.
We tried it at 80 proof, 40% alcohol. It was just too smooth. Yes, you want the elegance, you want the smoothness, you don't want your mouth on fire, but you want to know you're drinking a spirit.
Speaking of too smooth, can we just pause for a moment and appreciate Malcolm Sr.'s picture-perfect Bermuda drip? I never could have competed with that. Anywho.
This is the product before it goes on the ship. Alex, it's 8-year-old rum, so pretty good as it is.
It is a good mouthfeel. There's a little bit of pepper. I feel banana, caramel, heat, like a sweet heat, just like you want to keep drinking.
So let's try the product after it's been taken off the ship.
You notice the difference the second it hits your nose.
That was wonderful, but very, very full, impactful nose. This is still a complex nose, but elegant.
And that elegance continues in the taste. Because there are no added flavors, sugar, or color, the only thing enhancing the sweet, salted caramel notes? Those once-used bourbon barrels.
Oh, yeah.
And the dynamic aging gives it a finish as smooth as a rum twice its age.
It just is really rounded, very smooth.
And just last, I'm still tasting that last sip.
Honestly, I think you got something special here. Friends, thank you for everything.
cheers.
You guys drinking without me again?
You got your own bottle?
And my own glass. But this bottle's actually for you.
You are the sweetest gentleman I know. Cheers, gents.
All right, so with the sweet taste of Spirited Seas still on my lips and a bottle in my hand, it's time for my last stop. And this place is gorgeous, y'all. The Hamilton Princess, a super artsy, can't miss big pink hotel and resort, and of course, a gorgeous bar called The Intrepid. And that is where I met Day.
Day, my friend, how are you?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. So, Andrew, he said you were the best bartender in Bermuda.
Okay.
All right, I want to taste you on Spirited Seas.
Okay.
And I want you to make me a cocktail according to the flavor profile and your creativity.
Absolutely. Let's get a couple glasses. The bottle looks amazing. Love the artwork.
Pretty big taste. I like it. I like your style, man.
Come on, go hard or go home, right?
Uh-huh.
Let's open that up a bit.
Cheers, friend.
Cheers, sir. Oaky, feel a little cedar. Some Bermuda cherry vibe there. Oh, that's smooth. I got something that we could do with that.
Instead of the usual cinnamon sticks, Day busted out a piece of authentic Bermudian cedar to smoke instead.
It tastes like how Bermuda feels to me. So we're gonna use a piece of Bermuda to get this cocktail going. Let's get a nice healthy dose in here. About 2 ounces.
Add a little Peychaud's bitters.
She got some sweetness, a little bit of orange, anise.
And it gives it kind of like a Bermuda cherry, like a Suriname cherry kind of vibe.
1/4 ounce of natural cane sugar.
Bring a little sweetness to the party.
Add ice and stir to chill and dilute.
That's looking sexy already, man.
We're gonna take a few black cherries that were actually soaked in Goslings Rum.
Last but not least, Day finished his smoked rum old fashioned with a dehydrated orange slice.
Just for aesthetics, because we don't necessarily need the flavors of it, we're gonna get all the flavors from the rum, the cedar, and the cherry all incorporated. So let's keep it beautiful, keep it sexy, keep it Bermudian.
Let me see what this is all about. There's orange, a little bit of chocolate. I don't know why I got chocolate in there as well, but
It's just a bit complex, right?
it's a damn good drink, sir.
I appreciate it. If you get a chance, take a walk through railway trails. Take a deep breath. You'll get in the natural loquat trees, the cherry trees, the cedar, the salt in the air. You'll just get a feel for what Bermuda really is. Every time you sip this, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a natural taste, the flavor of Bermuda in a glass.
Listen, if you're able to visit this place, it's worth the miles traveled and the supernatural risk. But thanks to Goslings Spirited Seas, you don't have to travel thousands of miles to get a taste of Bermuda.